It's back. Hello everyone, welcome to the 2021 Elkhart County Historical Museum Collections Tournament. We're coming to you live here in Tournament Central to restart our tournament. So we had to take a brief break due to COVID. We had some quarantines. So please people, get vaccinated. Keep yourselves healthy so we can keep everyone healthy. But we're back. And we're back and we're better than ever. So just to recap where we're at. We're in the first round of the tournament. So far we've had 7 matchups. Today is our 8th and final of the first round. Today we have a good interesting matchup that puts some Muck shoes. It starts with an M, people. Be careful. You gotta be careful how you say that. So a set of Muck shoes going up against a Textile from Robert E. Lee's Surrender. So now, as a review of the rules, both staff members who pick these items will have 2 minutes to present their item and make the case why it should move on in the tournament. So with that being said, let's go to our staff to present each item. The artifact I selected for this matchup in the tournament is in this frame right here. So you can see it's a big piece of blue cloth with a little white piece of cloth on it. And that white piece of cloth is very important because it dates to and it's part of one of the most important moments in the history of our country. So there are important dates that we all should know when we study the history of the United States. July 4th, 1776, December 7th, 1941, September 11th, 2001. This particular artifact dates to April 9th, 1865. On that day, after 4.5 years of fighting, and some fruitless efforts to free themselves from being completely surrounded and cut off from supply, Robert E. Lee and the Army of Northern Virginia surrender to General Ulysses S. Grant and the Union soldiers, basically ending the Civil War. Now, on that day when Lee decided to surrender, he had no viable option and he didn't want to risk any more bloodshed. He was quoted as saying, "There's nothing left for me to do but go and see General Grant, and I would rather die 1,000 deaths." So Lee gets his major officers. They ride to the Union camp under a white flag of surrender. They meet with General Grant, and Robert E. Lee surrenders his army. Now, that white flag of surrender was important because it gave Lee and his men safe travel to Grant's headquarters. And a piece of that very flag is right there and is part of our museum collection. So it came to the museum in 1902 from Charles Thomas Murray. Now, as this moves on further in the tournament, we're going to discover how it got to Elkhart County, how it became part of the museum collection, and is it even a part of the real flag? Some detective work was needed, and I'm going to reveal that really interesting story if this goes through. So vote for the Textile.
Hello, I'm here with you today down in our large object storage, and I'll have to try to speak loudly because the ventilation system down here is quite noisy. I wanted to share with you my choice for this round of the collections tournament, and it's a rather unusual piece, very utilitarian, made to a certain purpose, and the museum staff really was puzzled by it until we realized what they were. We were working on our inventory project, and we came across a set of 8 of these. Looks like a face, I know, some sort of weird country style Halloween decoration. It has metal on the back, and we were instructed that these were muck shoes for horses, which makes total sense. If you've ever walked in the mud and felt your shoe getting pulled off, I know my family still talks about the time when we were camping and my little daughter lost a flip-flop in a creek. She just stepped right in and the muck held on to the flip-flop and she stepped right out of it. So these muck shoes were used around 1900 at a farm on County Road 6, and they're fun to have in the collection. Imagine the protection they would provide to your team as they tried to work the fields or just manage the farmyard. So vote to advance the muck shoes. Really interesting utilitarian farm implement. Thank you.
So there you have it, folks. We have the Muck shoes versus the Textile from Already Elite Surrender. You have to vote and decide the winner, who moves on to the Elite 8. This is the last matchup of the first round. So starting next Friday, we will have starting the Elite 8. So it's going to start to ramp up, and eventually we're going to declare a winner of this tournament. So all the items, we'll review what they are. But remember, watch this video, learn about your history, and vote what you want to see to move on. So the future of the tournament is in your hands. Will it be the Muck shoes? Will it be a Textile from Already Elite Surrender? You tell us. So thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.